Well, hello.
Whoa!
Hello.
Welcome, chaps. It's the brand new rock review. I was all set to say reveal, but it isn't. It's not rock reveal anymore because chances of us being able to reveal anything was getting more and more scarce. So we're reviewing instead, which is like a more grown-up version. But we're going to cover all cloud platform. All cloud gaming platforms, at least when there is news or where there is news, no favoritism, etc., etc. And hopefully there'll be something in there that you may not know. I know there's certainly some stuff we're covering today. It's a jam-packed show that is hot off the press. And of course, we'll always go and have a little look and see if Stadia have graced us with a twos, as it's clear that they now pronounce it, which is excellent. So let me just quickly run around you fellas. Raymondo, how are you, my very good friend?
I am enjoying this mocha right here with cinnamon and nutmeg. Oh my God, it's so good.
That sounds a bit Christmassy to me, mate.
Well, hey, it's the season.
To be jolly.
To be jolly. Yeah.
Or if you live in the UK, to get out your brolly. There you go. See what I did there, Clive? See what I did there, mate? Hey, see? That's why they pay me the small bucks.
No, I'm doing great. I had a wonderful night of streaming Red Dead Online last night with my friends, my posse, and just here, man, trying to be safe and healthy.
Good on you, my friend. Yes, well, indeed. We're back again, having to say stay safe and mask up and take care and all the other stuff, which, do you know what? When this happened a year ago, Ray, everybody was like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And then slowly over the year, these weirdos crept in telling you, don't wear masks, don't get vaccinated. Where are they now, my friend? Huh? Where are they now? Well,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
John, how are you, my friend? It's great to see you. And look at that festive. What is that?
Do you like that? It's a Christmas tree. That's Cappy from
Cappy from
Mario
Mario.
Audio. Yeah, up on the top there.
See,
You
I
got
see what you
lots
did
of different ornaments on the tree there from over the years. We actually have so many ornaments that we can't put them on the tree because there's just so many. And we don't have room here in our condo in Toronto for a second tree. So we kind of have to alternate. Every year we go, okay, well, we'll put these ones on, and then next year these ones on. And because, the kids have theirs, I have mine, my wife has hers, and just, we've collected all over the years and things like that. So
it's a
pretty
thing
fun.
of thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty.
Yes.
We always go out and actually get one chopped down from the local forest. There's a fellow down there. He grows Christmas trees for the very purpose. So we go and choose one, and we usually get to like nice big bushy 6-foot tree, very much like me, to be honest with you. And on that note,
Bushy.
But bushy. Not only am I not bushy, but I'm 6'3", so it kind of doesn't work on any level really. But
He leaves his pines everywhere.
I do. I drop my needles, but I've never been found guilty of that. That wasn't me.
Seeing your little manscaping, they got clippers for that.
Yeah, it's coming back very slowly. It, like the guys that do forestry clearance, and they, every so often you grow trees and you chop them down, and then the new growth comes through. That's what I like to do with my face. I sort of, chop it off for a while, and then it comes back, and it's lovely. It's all very pretty. Clive Illenden, Lord Kensal, sir. How the dickens are you?
I'm good, sir. I'm good. Yes. I must say it's not even December though, John.
No,
with that Christmas tree.
Oh no, that's okay.
I don't want to be a Scrooge, but come on.
You don't want to be a cheerful Charlie?
I get
my
anxious.
wife.
Yeah, cheerful
My
Charlie
wife wanted
about
to
it.
pull out the lights and the trees right after Thanksgiving over here, and I was just like, I can't. Come on, babe. December. Give me December.
Yeah, we've got houses down the road, and they're all lit up.
Yeah,
crazy already.
Yeah.
And that's from like 2-3 weeks ago. And
I'm too old to climb a ladder and put lights on the roof.
Yeah. No, it's it's worse. It's worse. You're right, though, Clive. And it all happened a few years ago when we used to have a a morning show called TVAM, and they were kind of encouraging people to put up massive lights like you guys have in the States, like the whole property done up, and now it's kind of everywhere. And us more sort of upmarket people like Clive and I, we just have a single bulb in the window, and maybe a small tree, a sprig of holly on the door. It's all very, very sort of
I tried to avoid it last year.
What?
Like I was a real bar humbug Scrooge. I try to avoid hardly doing any decoration because I can't. Because like I put it all up, and then I just sit there and once it's all up and looks nice, the kids don't help, so I have to do it all. Yeah. I put it, and then they're ungrateful, and then I just look at it thinking I've got to take all this down and then put it all away again. It's just slightly depressing. I hate to be a Scrooge about it, but it just gets a bit. I want a button like in I don't know, Cat in the Hat or something, where you just press a button and all the decorations go bing, 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 bing. The house is done,
Yeah.
So I worked in a jewelry store. We actually had a train set that we built the track on the ceiling so it would go around. But one time the train went off the track and it hit a customer in the head. And we had to stop that. True story. True.
Wow.
And guess who did? I'm the one that set the track.
Well, then you were the one that got sued.
Yeah, your point. There you go. You can get your points right. You needed Cappy to wear it there.
Cappy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We love Christmas. Let's have a quick run around on the old chat. We've got some of our favourite folks have joined us. Kumna, how are you, my friend? Evening to you. Anthony's in the audience. One of his favourite shows is back. God bless you, Cappy. We got Win Star, Henry V. Very good. Yeah, I watched a thing on the Tudors. Have you seen that, Clive, with Henry the Sixth and Seventh and it's just been on the last week or two on ITV. Absolutely superb.
ITV, don't watch it.
I would love to see that.
It's a higher. It's called the Royal Beep History of the Tudors, and it's really Royal Beep with a B at the beginning. And it's really, really well done. It's got Glenister in it. Any road up, Raven Anime. How are you, mate? Raven Anime was the first one here, I believe. I've got to give him due props. He did turn up early. Gary, good to see you. Roger, how are you? Nimbus.
Hey, Alex.
William, great to see you. One of the posse, one of Ray's posse.
Oh, you scared me there for a minute.
I would never do that, Ray. You mistook me for someone else.
Oh, man.
Krampus, great to see you. Thank you so much, folks, for turning up. So, as we said at the start of the show, we're going to be covering not just Stadia from now on. We're going to try and have a look at all the cloud gaming platforms because that's ultimately where we can find most news. And for some of you, it'll mean nothing. For others, it'll mean a great deal. But nonetheless, we've got some interesting stuff, and we're going to actually start with last week's Google Stadia 2s. Now, I've been calling it TWAS forever, and then they put out a press release where they rhymed Tuesday with Tuesday. So I thought, well, there you go. There's the clue. They clearly meant for it always to be Tuesday. Now, look at this, guys. You're going to like this. Look what I've got here. Look, I've got an overlay that cuts right through Clive's head. Do you see that?
No.
Yes, he's crossed the stream. let's pop it up here instead. And I've now got a fluffy controller for a beard.
Pancake.
I can't find one that works.
Actually, that was cool. You got like two eyeballs.
Oh, I'm going to have to rethink the overlays. It's no good. Anyway, let's have a jump in. So this week on Stadia came out last Tuesday, I think now, wasn't it, guys? If I remember rightly. And it was a jam-packed affair. There's a ton of stuff. Most importantly, they gave us the December Pro Games. Clive, you covered these off last night on your one-man Stadia extravaganza. Do you want to just run us through what we can look forward to?
Yeah, so tomorrow these beauties land. Got two new games, Transformers Battlegrounds and Wreckfest. So they're brand new to Stadia. Wreckfest particularly looking forward to. It's been around for a while, but apparently they do a number of they constantly update it and add seasons and stuff like that. And I think there was one, I mentioned it last night, I think one was released in October this year. So there's lots of stuff to do with that, and it just looks really good. I think it's 24 player multiplayer options on it, and stuff like that. So that's really good. Transformers Battlegrounds, it's from our friends at Outright Games. So I know there's a few fans.
I played it. I was a
Anthony,
huge Transformers.
Ray, you mentioned you played it. Yeah. Not my cup of tea, but that's good to know.
They do good stuff though, don't they? Those fellas.
Yeah, they certainly churn them out, and they're strong supporters of Stadia, which is always very good. And then Falconeer Warrior Edition. Important to remember the Warrior Edition bit.
Yeah.
Because that basically comes with the DLC built into it. And that's only been around, that's only been on the platform for, well, it was October, I think it came out.
October, yeah.
Yeah, October 6th or something like that, beginning of October from memory. But the developer seems very pleased that it's gone to pro, and has assured us that he gets paid for it. So that's quite encouraging.
Yeah.
So he's quite happy with that. And then Destroy All Humans, which had a long time coming to Stadia. Don't know what went on there. From when it was announced in August 2019 to when it finally arrived nearly 18 months later, in December 2020. Anyway, now it's a pro title. So it's a game that I was looking forward to. And then so many other things happened between its initial announcement. I never got around to buying it. So I'm looking forward to getting into that. And then Foreclosed.
That's a remastered version of the original.
Well, it's a rebuilt, isn't it? They've done it. It's complete. And then Foreclosed, which looks absolutely great. I do have problems with the control. I think sensitivity is super high on it for me. So it just takes a little bit of adjusting, but which is a shame because it just looks so cool. And I've played a lot. I've played through quite a lot of it. I haven't finished it, but I had a little go yesterday because somebody had mentioned that they'd done a number of updates since it was first launched in terms of just bug fixing and stuff like that. So, but a good selection, I would say, a broad selection of titles there, something for everybody. But I think the standout one is Wreckfest.
Wreckfest, and as William says, it's the breakfast of champions. That's
I think it's also the Wreckfest. I think it's also not the base game. I think it's the sort of the next level up. I think
they rarely give us the basic game, do they? I mean, they normally if it's a pro game, you tend to get a decent version of it, and it's like a crash test dummy wreck sort of.
Yeah, somebody described it a bit like the opening bit of Grid when you're waiting for a multiplayer race and you smack, except you get proper damage and and stuff like that.
You get the race on lawnmowers and people fly off. Yes,
armchairs,
bodies
trucks.
are flying.
Yeah,
it's mayhem. It's crazy. You guys it's really cool. It's gonna be very popular.
Wow.
Just on the Falconeer as well. Falconeer Warrior Edition. As I say, I highlight that because the Falconeer is also coming to Games Pass. But I think it's already on Game Pass. It may already be on there. But I believe it's just the Falconeer.
Oh.
I think on Luna it's just the Falconeer too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
we're getting
I got dizzy.
Warrior Edition.
I get dizzy.
This is what try. Now you've said that, time. I'm dreading it.
I got dizzy. I was streaming, and I actually
really.
I
have trouble with those with the small bits of flying in Avicii.
I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna give it another.
I'll definitely give it a try. Yeah. That and Chorus coming up. We're going to be buckets everywhere.
See, I watched. I tell you, who's really good in Falconeer is Ninja Guy. So he, if you ever watch his streams, he knows his way around that game like a master, like a ninja, in fact. And it's worth watching it because I have played it a little bit on a couple of different platforms, and it never really. I was going to say took off, but I didn't want to be that crass.
Boom! He's here all night, folks.
Yeah, but watching Ninja play gave it a, which he does actually. If you ever watch any of his stuff, he really gets into a game and exposes the detail that you don't normally get there unless you really become a pro at it. And it's actually not a bad game, but you do, like all these things, you can't judge it in 5 minutes. You've got to put some serious time in.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
without a shadow of a doubt, that's 5 really good pro games. I don't think there's a stinker amongst them. Like you were saying as well, Clive, I was really looking forward to Destroy All Humans. I've played it a little bit elsewhere now, and it is still a great game. So I'm looking forward to going beyond the point that
Only
I've
played
got
the
to
classic,
elsewhere.
never played the remake, so I'm extremely excited.
Yeah.
I played them both just to compare. It's definitely, I mean, it's almost a completely new game. As Clive said, they rebuilt the whole thing, and it looks really good. So looking forward to that one coming. Foreclosed, I don't know. That one's going to be up my boulevard, but we'll give that a go. So what else? What else did they expose? Farming Simulator 22. That kind of launched everywhere, didn't it? I don't think it.
Yep.
Yeah, it did.
And they
This
just
is massively
announced
popular, yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, they just announced this morning that across all platforms they've sold 1.5 million copies in the first
Wow.
week, which is the biggest opening for that franchise. So
Yeah.
I do
My
wonder
son
how much
loves
of
it. My
that,
son
Clive,
loves
is
it.
down to old Clarkson and his Amazon farming show. 'Cause
Could be, yeah.
a lot of people enjoyed that show. It was
But I
one of
think
the.
there are games that people, where the big games, where the big, that. But then
Yeah.
there are games that people don't realize are super popular. It's it's Farming Simulator 22 because it's there's a demand for it since whenever it started. So but I had no idea how popular it was. I mean, it is a title I equally would have quite with prejudice gone. It's a bit niche, isn't it? Bit niche. But no, it's a massive following. So when people say, where are all the big titles? Well, hello. It's one of the biggest titles of the year by the looks of things.
Absolutely.
Oddly enough, it may not be your cup of tea or my cup of tea or whatever, but people love it.
And they actually even had earlier this week, they showed too, like for Steam, there were more people playing Farming Simulator 22 than there was Battlefield.
Wow.
So,
I think
So
Just
it-
goes
yeah.
to show.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is actually, I found it so relaxing. Just
I think
going
that's
up
it.
and down
It's
the
just a different
field.
tone, isn't it? A different,
Yeah.
It's incredibly detailed, but I genuinely do think Clarkson's got a lot to
I'll
answer for.
tell you, when my grandfather was in the tractor, and I used to sit right by his side and go up and down and do whatever that the tractor does. It was so fun. It was fun.
Oh, bless.
Yeah,
So,
so-
did your grandfather have his own farm then, Ray? Or
We had a pig farm.
wow,
We had a pig farm, and we had corn, and we had spinach, and tomatoes and turnips and all kinds of stuff.
oh,
Yeah.
lovely. Horses do not like the smell of pigs. Did you know this?
Oh, no.
You don't? Yeah, if you ride a horse near a pig farm, they will run in the opposite direction. They really hate the smell of pigs.
Top tip.
Top tip, folks. From a
Don't go
man whose
riding your
wife
horse
used to
near a
own a
pig
horse, I
farm.
can assure you.
Yeah.
They do not like the smell of them porcine fellas. Rayman Legends, that dropped last week, and everybody was just loving that game. I know, Clive, you did a whole bunch of
I love it.
streaming. John, you did a load of streaming. Did you do some as well, Ray?
I didn't stream it, but I played it, and I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
And that's
Such a
great
good game because I think for me, the levels are not that it is like just a series of different levels that you can, so that it's not all interconnected in some kind of massive, long, sort of obvious story type way. So you could just literally challenges, like open another level, go and you do it, and then you put it down, and the levels don't take too long, so you don't get dragged in to like a 3, 4, 5 hour session unless you want to do that, and which you can. So you can just go, I'm going to crack this level and then go and do something else. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of it. And it's so well balanced, and the the design of the platforming levels are just so clever. It looks great. There's a reason it's one of the most sort of respected platform games out there.
A load of people were saying it was their favorite game of the year.
It originally came out in 2013, so you can see
Wow.
even all these years later, it's still, like Clive said, looks great, plays great, and that all comes down to like the gameplay design and the art direction. And yeah, if you like platforming games, 100% recommend Rayman there, because it's awesome. There's a ton of replayability as well too. Lots of lungs
daily challenges as well.
to find. Challenges, and it's 4-player local multiplayer. They've got little mini games in there too. You can have like soccer match back and forth. And,
Oh, really?
yeah.
It's a multiplayer only, because I discovered it and I just thought, oh, got to have friends, damn. But but yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right. Well, that's kind of we've got the pro games tomorrow, of course, December the 1st. I know. Where's that year gone? I mean, I got the old wife up in the attic the other day, and to get some stuff down. Yeah, you have to. You have to make
just to December. Yeah,
you have to.
Come down, love. It's December. Come on down now.
They've got to earn their keep, mate. Get up the chimney, I said. And I said, it only seems like yesterday we were putting the decorations back up in the attic.
That's what I'm talking about.
I know. It's true, though. It's ridiculous.
I put my foot down. I said no. I kind of feel bad, but I'm like, wait, can't you just wait till next weekend? I promise you, we'll do all the lights, we'll do the reefs, we'll do all that. But I honestly, Thanksgiving, I ate so much, I was tired. And,
oh, really?
Yeah.
See, the wife made a very nice and tasty roast chicken on Sunday, and I looked at it and I thought, well, this just looks like what everybody else was doing. But there you go. John's just informed us that hunting simulators come out on Stadia. Now, they did mention this was coming, didn't they? A couple of weeks ago.
Due today.
And how much is it, John?
Well, in Canada, it is $79.99.
So it's $12 everywhere else.
Yeah, $12 everywhere else. It's the Elite Edition. So Hunting Simulator 2 Elite Edition. Ooh. So I'm guessing that must have
extra deer,
extra goodies and stuff like that.
It's got a fox. The others don't have a fox. Yeah, I did make a little point on Twitter as saying that hunting, obviously in the States and in certain parts of Europe, is still a huge pastime, but it ain't so much so in the UK ever since we pretty much hunted all of our animals to extinction. But I know it's a massive game in some parts of the world anyway. I don't know if I played this one. I certainly have played a hunting game on, I think, on xCloud. And that was, it was realistic, it looked beautiful. Yeah, definitely. How much was it? Sorry, 79 Canadian.
So it's going to be $59.99 US.
The standard sort of price. Yeah. And that usually translates to about the same, I think, in the UK, Clive, doesn't it? It's not far off.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it on the store here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's restricted sale, based on culture and legality.
Let me check.
You never know.
Yeah. If you go under new games there. Yeah. So it says that there's a new game mode with scripted campaign, A Ranger's Life. So that kind of sounds interesting, right? A scripted campaign mode for hunting. That's interesting. A Browning rifle and large caliber Winchester bolt action rifle for huge prey. 8 official Beretta shotguns for hunting waterfowl, including the Beretta Model 486, a premium shotgun designed by Mark Newson. I'm not sure who that is, but probably
didn't he do cars in the 80s?
I don't know.
They even got a video. They got a video. You shooting a bear.
Yeah, there you go. It's got 4 complete official Browning outfits, a permanent bear hunting
Oh,
license.
here it is.
Yeah. And then it says that it's open season in stunning natural environments. Choose your gear from the best official weapons and accessories and set off with your dog in search of a variety of animal species in this open world hunting simulation. So,
Wow. I'm trying to find it. How
It's
do you say?
49.
I
No, I
found
had
it.
to go through alphabetical order. It wasn't at the top new games.
$59.99
Oh.
Yeah,
USA
so
dollars.
it's 49. Yeah, £49.99.
$49.99.
Yeah, Kumnar's put it
$59.99 here.
in the thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
what Kumnar said. I'm still trying to find it, but you did an amazing job in describing it, John. So this is not a new game per se, though, is it? This
no.
is.
I think it's come out within the last year.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's not like brand new, but yeah.
Whereas-
we're getting the Elite Edition as well. So at least
Yeah.
it's full price. So you're getting all that extra content as well with it. So,
But just circling back to the pro games, Wreckfest and the other one, the Transformers game, they're brand new, aren't they? They're day and date. Are they not?
No.
no,
Oh, okay. I take it
no,
back.
they're not. No.
Wreckfest has been out for quite
It's been
quite a
out
while.
for a while.
Yeah.
I think they remastered them for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, but even that was quite a while ago. I think.
But they're new to Stadia.
Brand new
Yeah,
to Stadia.
Yeah. That's
yes.
that's where I got it from. I'm sure.
So what would be interesting, and I'm not sure if Wreckfest, it would be awesome if it had cross-play with it. I don't know if it's been mentioned or not, but I guess we'll find out here.
Yeah.
I
tomorrow,
would
right?
love to see Stream Connect with hunting. So if I went with William Stadia,
Oh, that
Pro,
would be
and he,
awesome.
hey Ray, look at the bear! Oh, look at the fox! Hey, look at this!
Okay,
See
so
what I'm
so it's
saying?
not
See what I'm
just
saying, Clive? See what I'm saying?
Look at
it's
the bear.
not just
bang.
me, right?
Look at the fox bang. Like, literally, no.
As soon as the game was announced.
Sorry,
As
John.
soon as the game, no, it's okay. I was saying it's not just me. As soon as the game was announced, I was thinking SPG. I don't know why, right? I was like, yeah, that would be awesome. I'd play
What
with
are
it.
you guys
We
like?
like our guns. We like hunting.
He's actually SPG's actually he wants his fishing game back. He wants his black bass. Yeah, the only black bass I've ever had, Clive, was in a glass down the local pub.
Yeah, oh God.
I caught a bass 3 years ago over here in Castro Valley, Lake Chabot.
Ooh, did you eat it?
Yeah. Did I eat? No, I don't. No.
You gotta eat what you catch, mate. If you catch a
No,
bear, you
he
got to make
nailed
some
it.
trousers and stuff.
He nailed it to a board, and now it sings every Christmas.
Actually, just so you know, it is nailed to a board at a friend's house.
Oh no, it should stink by now, mate.
We took it it was in a bucket. We worked in a jewelry store. We were off. We took it in the store and we lifted up and showed it. I let my friend keep it, and then he went and they did all kinds of weird stuff. He stuffed it, yeah. So it's
I mean, if it was a shark, I could understand why. It's a little fish that you caught. Why is it called?
No, that was a
Fisherman's fish.
Oh yeah, exactly.
yeah.
You should have seen the little get thrown away. No, the littles I throw away. The little ones you throw away.
Yeah.
So,
Any road up.
I'm not down for hunting bears and foxes and stuff, but fishing, yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to call.
well, Ray, size doesn't matter, so you shouldn't throw it away.
Oh, there's a man who talks from experience. Chaps, we've got to crack on. We've got more platforms to explore. GeForce. Now then, Raymondo.
There was another game announced yesterday, though.
For Stadia.
Well, not officially announced, but I think John confirmed it today, didn't you?
Yeah. So actually, yesterday, it's another game from Outright Games that, for whatever reasoning, in the trailer and also the branding on the website doesn't have the Stadia logo, but in the fact sheet that's sent out with the press release, it does show that Stadia is the
On
platform
the
that it's
list.
coming out.
Ooh.
It's Ryan's Rescue Squad that's coming out again from Outright Games. So it's a
Yep.
game for
Kids,
younger
little
kids.
uns. Yep.
Yeah, and it's apparently like Ryan is like a famous young kids YouTuber,
Massive,
and
31 million subscribers.
Jeez.
there you go. Yeah. And so it's going to be like a action platforming game. And I mean, hey, I'll be honest with you. It kind of looks cool to play. I'll play it, right?
I tell you right now, the minute they bring out Clive's action game, I'm buying it. But Ryan, I don't care about. I couldn't care about Ryan, but Clive, I'd enjoy that game.
Yeah,
that would be
great
fun.
game.
Right, thank you. Well, we'll look out for young Ryan and his promotional money making exercises. So, GeForce, big week this week, Ray. Why be that?
Well, let's see. The last thing they had on their blog is a very thankful GFN Thursday, new games, GeForce Now, gift cards, and more. Let's see.
But there's something happening this week.
Well, hello, 30. The UK is getting those 3080s.
Well, I think the whole of Europe. Well, a lot of Europe, some of Europe, maybe just us.
You guys gonna be where's my 3080s at? No. But no, you guys are getting the 3080s, man. That is huge.
So it's rolling out finally in Europe on Friday, the 3080 class, which I know you guys have had for a few weeks now. I don't know, Ray, did you ever sign up for the 3080?
No, my best friend Kevin got the 3080s. All my friends got the 30. I'm just paying the $49.99. I wanted to see everybody else how they're experiencing with the 3080. Plus, I hinted to the wife that would be a good stocking stuffer to the 3080.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm playing on the second tier. I'm usually getting the 3060 or the 2080s, but I've seen other people stream, and from what Kevin and other people are telling me, they're loving it. Yeah.
Now, I've also got to the 3060s come up, but of course you're still limited to 1080. But with these 3080s, it's 1440, or if you have a Shield TV Pro, it goes up to 4K 2160, and of course RTX, and they unlock HDR. So quite a leap forward in terms of if you're a PC gamer and you're kind of used to having those RTX cards as well. So definitely looking forward to that. I've seen a load of folk popping up in Twitter, flashing their emails. It's coming this week. I can't wait. So that's great. That's great to finally see, and we'll be able to see exactly how good that looks. But like you said, there was Thanksgiving on was it Friday, by the way?
Well, they too have a hunting game that's actually in the Epic Store. And guys, make sure you claim your free games in the Epic Store. So there is a hunting game that you can play on GFN right now that just came out like at Thanksgiving. It was The Hunter, Call of the Wild, day and day released. So, that came. So there were, I think, 3-4 games that came out last Thursday. Fate Seeker 2 was a day and date release. The Hunter, Call of the Wild, a day and date release. Which is on Epic Game Store. Ghost Runner, which is a freaking hard game. It drove me bunkers. If you guys are good, like with ninja skills and doing the wall climbing and jumping the platform to platform, hey, God bless you. And then they got Legion TD2, which is on Steam.
Okay. Great stuff. You've played Ghost Runner, haven't you? I think you streamed it, didn't you, Ray?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I gave it a little go, but it's you're right. It's pretty hard.
Yeah.
But I'm still loving all my Ubisoft stuff on GeForce, which is and all my Steam stuff. I've got a load of Steam stuff. You've got GeForce guys, haven't you?
No, no.
Nope.
I'm not. What you look at me? Am I a PC nerd?
Well, it's
hey, wait, whoa,
it's just a gamer.
whoa. Whoa!
Maybe like a Steam library or something, like some nerd.
Nothing wrong with it.
I'm a cloud nerd.
Yeah.
Getting
Cloud.
It's a
banned
cloud
from my computer.
platform.
Cloud
Steam.
platform. I'm a cloud
It
nerd.
got banned from Steam.
No, Steam is banned from my PC.
Oh, right. I was going to say, crikey,
on my
how did
son's
you manage to get
PC.
banned?
No, I didn't get banned. It's on my son's PC. Get it off.
Fair
The
enough.
nerd.
Fair
Get it
enough.
off.
Well, we'll come back next week and we'll start to gauge experiences.
A game I highly recommend, guys, is play Bright Memory Infinite. That is an amazing, amazing game. I think there was one guy that created that game, and it is just fantastic.
Wow.
So just play it and experience.
The GeForce app for LG TVs came out.
I
The
knew
proper
you
one, the
looked at
updated one.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's certainly a lot more. You know, I like playing on. I'm a console guy, and I like playing on TVs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's where I relax. And when I stream, I was obviously playing on the PC, but I'm not a PC gamer. Don't like sitting at a PC playing a game. I like sitting in an armchair and you know. So the GeForce Now app on the LGs is much more conducive to that, to a smart TV and its layout and design, and it certainly looks really good. But I've only got the free tier, so it's a case of and in fairness, once you've signed in to the various, you know, Steam or Epic or whatever, to then eventually get to a game. You don't have to do that again. We're certainly not on the Steam
No,
side.
you don't ever.
Yeah,
you just have to do it once per game.
But then I was just waiting around in the queue to play. Apex.
Yeah, that is the downside of the free.
By then, or I had to go and do some cooking, or
I've
sort
been
out
actually
the kids.
I get into my games pretty quick.
Oh,
but the only issue I have is any like certain games I do have to sign in.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm talking minutes. I'm measuring it in minutes.
Yeah.
But minutes in I feel like just having a quick game or something is an eternity.
It's because of course Aaron Vet is not with us today. Hopefully he'll be back next week. He's been having all sorts of problems, bless him. But he's our man from the Force in more ways than one. But in truth, I mean, I've had the Founders Edition for quite some time, and I can play it on any apps on any of the Android devices. At the moment, I've got a Shield TV Pro, but it also works on everywhere but my LG, sadly, because Clive's got the next model on from me, and the older ones you can't install it. But certainly with the Founders tier, I never have to wait in a queue. I'm there is a time where it has to load the game in the background, and if it's the first time I've played a game, I have to just confirm that I'm, if it's I actually have issues with Ubisoft. Steam I'm usually pretty good with. Once I've signed in the first time with Steam or Epic, and you've got to make sure you connect those accounts. Once that's done, I don't have an issue. But Ubisoft, if it's a new Ubisoft game, and then that's a pain. It's more of a pain if you've got two-factor authentication with Ubisoft. I'd switched it off because you can't do it when you've got your GeForce account. But I love it. But you're right though, Clive, and I've said it before. If you want your friction free, Stadia is still the least amount of friction. But if you want that, if you've got your PC library with Steam and Epic, then this is 100% the best way to go.
Yeah. Shout out to Rouster said Project Storm. He's streaming the 3080s on an 8K TV, and you guys got to check out his streams. They're pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's always been right out there with the highest level. He has been streaming 8K as well, hasn't he?
Yeah,
amazing quality. Which is great if you've got an 8K TV, but for the rest of us, it's downsampled and nonetheless still looks amazing.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's move along. So next up, we've got Xbox Cloud Gaming, xCloud as was, XCG to give it its simpler name. Now, John, this has been quite an amazing piece of news in the last couple of days, or at least today.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk us through this one?
With the the clarity boost. And to be honest with you, I just came across this info last night, as you can see there in this article here. Basically, if you download Edge Canary, which that's what Microsoft does, like a lot of their testing and
Yep.
things on for their features. You have a clarity boost feature for xCloud. So basically, you go to the xCloud website, you fire up a game, and then when the game's fired up, you're going to hit the top. In the top left-hand corner, there's 3 little dots. You'll hit that, and you'll see an option, Clarity Boost, and it makes a big difference. Like the picture between the two, it's a lot sharper and clearer. I played Halo Infinite multiplayer, Forza 5, and like the difference is just like, it's great. And so it's awesome to see that that's rolling out. Basically what they said is by next year, so what, in the next month, I think early January, February, whatever, it's going to roll out to, if you just use Edge, you'll have that feature as well. But there's no reason not to download Edge Canary now and just try it out. To me, playing xCloud on my PC, that's the way I'm gonna use it, is through Canary until that clarity boost comes down to regular Edge, because it's great. It looks fantastic.
So is it being powered by the browser?
Yeah,
So
it's
magically
client,
the browser
client
itself.
side. Yeah, it's client side.
Yeah, it's client side. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I posted 2 pictures of just like the title screen of Halo Infinite multiplayer, and it really doesn't do it justice. Like turning it on and off, you can see, like, you look in the trees and things like that, and you can see that yeah, there you go, right? Yeah, you've got it on. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and you really have to see it like in person too, to see that clarity difference. And it's awesome to see that, that they're working on the codec and enhancements for xCloud.
It'd be interesting to see whether they're going to bring it to, to console.
To the actual Xbox itself. Yeah.
Yeah, that was something else too. It'd be interesting to see. And I mean, I don't know anything about it, but I would assume that they would also be able to add that feature enhancement if you're streaming from the console itself.
Because now that's gone sort of official.
Yep.
Streaming from the console. I've played Forza. My son's played Forza. That's always the benchmark, and my son doesn't notice. And it looks amazing. And I had a little go on Halo.
My son won't even let me play because he's having Halo parties every night.
Yeah,
it's sickening.
So all streaming, and like, to me, I'm thinking, well, that I'm not, why would I download a game? Like,
I agree.
Yeah.
Ever since they've made the Cloud Play, the Xbox Cloud Gaming mainstream, 90% of certainly all of the new games you can play in the cloud.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, for most games, I want to test it out, try it. Is this for me? No, it's not. Okay, fine. And before, you had to take all that time to download the thing and find the space. Now you can test it. This is great, and play it or don't play it.
So
and
I play it on my TV. Yeah, I play it on my TV and it looks great. As you say, I just wish they would make it a bit more front and center. But I mean, it's not their bread and butter. But I mean, for me, I think it just because switching on the Xbox, you're just switching on your controller.
Yep.
And then you're in, and there's no downloads. Exactly the same way Stadia is. For me, console gaming and gaming in general is all about ease of access and just what shall I do today? Pick up the controller, press a couple of buttons.
People. Brainwashing them.
Press a couple of buttons and I'm playing. That's all I want to do.
We're in phase one, aren't we?
Yeah. If you look though, the way that Microsoft is initially marketing xCloud, we've mentioned it here too. It's like, okay, it's not, they're not marketing it as a replacement. They're marketing it as, just like Rokk said, you want to try it out, don't have to download it, or things like that. So they're very careful in their words for marketing, because again, there's that initial, you're going to replace the way I my console, like, oh no, like. You can't have that change. So it's smart on their end that they're slowly introducing that,
because I think people will go with that convenience over time.
Yeah.
So,
You just have to
they don't.
try it.
Yeah, they don't ever have
Yeah.
to sort of, sort of. They don't have to say this is going to be the future. I think
Right.
people will go, we'll just play the games and not download them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And over time it becomes the habit, the norm.
Right.
You know what? Long time ago
funny,
they had stairs, and then they got people on escalators.
Right.
What, Microsoft having to make all their staff walk upstairs? What's wrong with that?
The thing with escalators, far too much lag in escalators. They'll never work.
And there's only 30 steps per second as well.
I tell you,
I wanted 60 steps per second.
Escalators are going to be dead before it even starts.
Exactly. But now it's 120 steps per second on GeForce.
That's
I mean,
right.
that's just
That's right.
you just go so fast.
Got mail.
Yeah.
You got mail.
They've also released a couple of couple of cloud games today. If I can just pasting
what did they
something
release
in.
today?
Well, yeah. I was going to show you, Ray, and then I realized that I hadn't copied the link, so I've just gone back to get it. And I've played a couple of these today as well. So today, Evil Genius 2,
Geniuses 2.
Generation 0, which
Oh my God, no! They got Generation 0.
and
my
Mind
God.
Scanners. Ray, I gave Generation 0 a little play earlier. It was
God.
It was good fun. You've played it, or did you get turned on by Zero? Or
I played it. I actually played it on my Xbox, and I stopped playing, and I haven't played that game in so long. So to play this game, I always wondered, would this game ever come to the cloud?
And it has.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it absolutely has. It's I think it's a Swedish development house, isn't it?
Yes.
It's based in Sweden. In any case,
it's a mystery, and there's I'm not going to spoil it, but mystery, robots, technology.
Yeah,
it is an awesome game.
It's a first person
scary game,
kind of RPG, and you've got to build your character up and find stuff, and it looks there's robots and stuff. It's kind of set in the future, isn't it? As well.
Well, robots have taken over the world.
Wow. So there you go, folks. Ray gives it the thumbs up. In fact, he does more than that. He praises it, don't you, Ray? Yes, it gets Ray's praise for the week.
Now we got
He's
rid
wearing
of
the same hat as well right now.
Yeah, he is. He was wearing the same hat.
No,
it was because I
wasn't.
only filmed it a few minutes ago, and that's the reason. Yeah. Something else I noticed when I was having a look earlier is that Destiny 2 is leaving the Games Pass. What's up with that, John?
That's strange. You know what? I'm really waiting for and looking forward to when xCloud, when you can just play more than the games in Game Pass, because I think like they're definitely improving on the technology, and I'm just so looking forward to when I can just unhook the console and just play it right on my TV with the controller. But it's I don't know why Destiny 2 leaving seems.
I think
does it need to be in Games Pass?
Not really. It's a free to play. What they had, Clive, was that you got everything. You had all the DLCs and the seasons and stuff. So they're winding it back. And I think, to be fair, they're doing it across every platform. It's not just Xbox. I think they'd already taken it away. Do you remember it was the game that Stadia launched with, and then when it went to Xbox, they stripped it back to free to play, and I think that's pretty much the same everywhere now. So from December, when they launch the next season, you'll just have to buy seasons wherever. They've done their kind of big intro and their big promotional thing and getting people on board now. But lots of controversy at the moment down in Bungie and Destiny land with what the way they're sort of ramping up their pricing model, and one to watch. They may just be shooting themselves in the foot over time, I think. But there you go. Anything else in the land of Xbox cloud gaming? I think that's it for there. We've got two more, which are Amazon Luna and PS Now. We don't have a huge amount as far as Luna's concerned, so we'll quickly cover that off. Essentially, if you didn't buy the Amazon Luna Black Friday deal by midnight last night, you lost out, because that was actually a pretty good deal, Ray, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was $40 off, so you could get the Fire Stick 2. I've got the Amazon.
Oh, that must mean they're closing down Luna then, surely.
I think it means they might be launching a new Fire Stick.
Is that not what it means? No.
No, yeah, just because it's on sale, they must be clearing house.
Yeah, it must be closing
up shop.
Yeah. Oh, they didn't stock it. They stocked too much. Oh my god. Losers. What a bunch of losers.
Yes, I think everybody had a Black Friday deal, so you could.
Everyone had Black Friday deals.
Controller, Fire Stick 2, for, I think, instead of 89 or whatever it would have been, it was about 40 something, Ray. But you can't get it anymore because it stopped yesterday. So that's the end of that one. What we do have is some new games coming to Luna, which I will paste in, coming up in December. Oh, no, that's Xbox again. That's definitely not what I intended to copy. Let's have a look. Yeah, games coming to Luna, because Luna, of course, is they adopted you, Ray, didn't they? You are their sort of champion cyborg.
They made my avatar, my logo.
They did. They love
Luna.
you.
Thank you, Amazon. Yeah, they're pretty.
They now you do a Luna show, don't you, in the week?
I do. Tonight, Tuesday nights on Twitch is the Luna Zone, and I'm going to be doing the Modar shell, which I got to play, which was kind of creepy, kind of
mortal shell,
yeah, kind of weird. You know, you hit the left trigger and you get hard.
Yeah,
and I mean, you turn into a
What was that? Some people like the right trigger too now. Right?
You turn into the mortal shell. Okay, when you hit, I think it's the left bumper, the left trigger. You can collect armor from fallen comrades. You got the sword. Yeah. Hey, that's what it said on the tutorial.
No, he's right. You do. There is the function to become hard. It is exactly. Right. It's exactly. I played it as well.
Over and over and over again.
So in November they launched Carrion Epic Chef, Gris, GRIS, Mortal Show, Enhanced Edition, and Fogs. And then in December they've announced already Katana Zero and Disc Room. And DreamWorks Spirit Lucky's Big Adventure. Now that's the outright gamer fellas, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And Fogs is also as previously as a Stadia title as well.
Yeah. In second week of December, Ray, they've got the Game Awards, which we all know about,
and they're going to be surprising us with Luna games.
And there's going to be some Luna news, which will be interesting. I hope that they're looking to expand it out, because it's well overcooked, in my estimation. It needs to move. It's either that they announce that it's only ever going to be a stateside service, or they talk about when they're going to move it, because it's still in beta, isn't it?
I think it's just games they're announcing from that one.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to hype it up a bit, mate.
Straw grasping.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of Luna news, so I want to get people excited. You never know what might come.
Katana Zero.
I know, but it's not the big game, the Katana game, is it? That everyone goes on.
No,
it's one that's got nothing in it.
It's
completely
zero.
If you go down, I'm actually interested in the Disc Room.
Yeah, I don't know why you're emphasizing disc, mate.
Because I know you.
No, you don't. I would never mispronounce for you. No, there's only one way you can say room, as I see it. So there you go. And how many games are there now on Luna, Ray?
3. Honestly, I don't know, because they added the family. Stop. No, they added the family channel, which I did I'm paying extra for, because I love the Transformers, man. The Transformer, I'm going to be playing on Luna and Stadia, but guys, it's a really cool RPG.
They're robots in disguise, Ray.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, it's true.
It's like a turn-based RPG. It's really cool. That company, I know the games look like kiddie games, but guys, play them. You'll love it. You'll love it.
Who's this again? Outright.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd not heard of them before. To be fair, John, before you mentioned them way back, and I haven't seen a Duff game from them.
John, didn't they do the Hot Wheels? Did they do the Hot Wheels game, or was that someone else?
Not this fall. They didn't do the Hot Wheels game this fall. That was somebody else. But yeah, no, they know their target audience, right? So they cater to that audience perfectly with a T. You're not going to get the latest and greatest graphics and all this other stuff, but you will get decent looking games and great playing games for the target audiences. So I think it's great to see a company like that, just different from the norm, because there's a huge audience for that. For sure.
Remind
me
of
the cartoon, the Hasbro cartoon. You hear the actual voices, which I grew up on. I mean, I was a huge Optimus Prime and Bumblebee.
What do you mean grew up on? You were almost as old as me. You were about 33 when they came out. What are you talking about?
It was.
See, they remind me of Clive. You know when you used to work at Lego back in the day.
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, and how they go after the franchises, and you'd have your basic studio, but then they probably got a few, and then you'd go after those licenses and.
Well, Disney. So Disney used to have Traveller's Tales is a developer that used to do a lot of the Disney titles. And they were just so good at, creating platform games and stuff like that. They weren't shoddy. They were imaginative and all that kind of stuff. And so then when Lego shut down its internal studios, and they licensed it out, my former boss joined up with Traveller's Tales and became a publisher developer for all the Lego Star Wars games. And, they were, of all the developers that I worked with or interacted with when I was at Lego, they were the most imaginative and on the top and really like great level design. The games look fantastic. They just somehow got it.
Yeah.
The Lego humor and philosophy, they got it, whereas others didn't quite kind of get it. I know they did good jobs, but we did stuff with Codemasters and things like that. But Traveller's Tales are the one who really understood the philosophy and design concept and the thinking behind it, and plus they can design really good games. And I think Outright Games are very similar in that way, in terms of that they just sort of nail those franchises from all the
and they take them seriously. I think that's half the battle.
Yeah, right.
You can't be. You've got to be true to the brand, unlike what the BBC have done with Doctor Who recently. Anyway, let's move along here.
Here's some Outright Games is based out of London.
Yep.
Are they?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it was a UK.
No.
You mean you don't know everybody that's out of
No,
UK?
I don't. No, Clive would know more than I would.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I thought they were American.
Yeah, I did.
No.
And they've got the developers that they have, like the different studios all around the world too. Italy, Spain, USA, UK.
It's a great model.
All that stuff.
It's a great model. I mean, and particularly going after the youngsters as well.
Yep.
Because that's some of those franchises like Peppa Pig. We said it was massive, unbelievable amounts of money.
Well, Clive's show yesterday, there's a 9-year-old child named Ryan, and they designed a game. This kid has 31 million subscribers.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, Ray. I'm glad you're paying attention, mate.
Yeah, where was Ray? And that's not the first game that they've made for Ryan.
Oh, Ryan.
Just get down off the top of John's Christmas tree, will you, Ray?
Wow, yeah.
Ryan's a veteran,
Is he?
Yeah, he's hardcore. He's rolling in the money.
45 years I've been doing this game. It's YouTube lock. Teach you a thing or two, silly boy.
Yeah, 107 years old, bless him. Right, finally, because the clock is a ticking. PS Now. We've got a couple of PS Now newsy things, actually. One is this new patent or patent, which, I mean, it's a mobile control. I mean, it's like your Cushy and your then all that malarkey. I don't know how much of this is related to cloud gaming. I mean, you know that you can stream. I have been able to stream games internally on your local network with with PlayStation for years. So it could well be just that it is that, but nonetheless, connecting it to cloud gaming or PS Now would be awesomeness. But that's these patents pop up. Sony, like a lot of these guys, as you know, as Clive will tell you, they throw patents out for breakfast. I mean, they've just, if they've had a bit of a whim over lunch, they'll get it patented.
Yeah, I'm also wondering whether this is actually not simply a mobile controller.
Whether elastic one,
whether it's related to possibly a game that you play on the PS5 and have interaction with your phone in some kind of way.
Well, I'm hoping that
rather
this
than
is
straightforward.
Mobile. Look at the keyword: mobile controller.
Yeah, and
but that's the suggestion.
There's no.
So it's not PlayStation. It says could be planning a PlayStation mobile controller.
Yeah, they don't know.
It looks like a mobile controller, but I'm just wondering whether it's with the some sort of game, an added design to a game in terms of like
VR headset or something.
Yeah, but you can also interact with your phone at the same time and I don't know, select some things while playing the game on the screen.
I think they're. I mean,
imagine
if anything,
if you had Stream Connect on your phone.
Yeah, or
while you played the game.
I mean, I think this is probably more akin to a Switch type device.
Yeah. Well, but if you see there, if you when you scroll down there, so they're saying that's the DualShock 4, right, rather than the DualSense, right?
It's not a 5.
So here's what I'm thinking. I mean, this is just hopeful thinking. Is that the PS Now streaming would be coming to mobile, and we know that PS Now it's PS4 games. They haven't updated the servers yet, so maybe that might be something. I think that's the next step, I think, for PlayStation, which
play all your PlayStation 4 games on your phone and have a specific PlayStation controller that does it. That would work.
I'm really surprised though at like how like the lagging as far as cloud on PlayStation is, considering they bought out whatever the company was years ago, right? And they were really the first to have cloud gaming and streaming.
I think there may be local, John, because I don't get any lag. Yeah. And I think that's the thing. It's like with all of these systems, of course, depends how close you are to the nearest hub. And it may well be that where you are, their nearest, because don't forget, these guys aren't Microsoft.
Well, right. Well, what I'm saying is I didn't mean like lag per se, that lag, but how like behind in as far as
I'm with you.
as technology wise, right? You see what I'm saying? It's like I would think that they bought out and for whatever reason I can't remember, Genki or whatever it was that they purchased, right? So they were the first in the streaming to do the streaming technology and things like that. So to me, hopefully this is a sign that they're moving that way and is forward on.
Leo, I think it was Leo Clive that said it on Cloudburst the weekend, which I thought was quite astute, was that he said, it's clear they decided to go down the VR route and put all of their eggs in that basket, whereas others have actually thought, maybe it's 3D TV type.
That's a sort of fair enough assessment, I think, of the situation, because otherwise, why aren't they in the same position that Xbox is? But Xbox kind of took this route and this decision, and it looks like it was the right one. Whereas clearly, PlayStation, I think there was a point, a few years ago where it was people said, VR was the future. and it would be the dominant way to play games.
Yeah,
and that was a genuine belief, and I think they made that bet, and so that could be a reason why they're a bit slow off the mark on perfecting or pushing forward the fact that their future lies in cloud gaming in the manner that xCloud definitely doing it.
They've definitely got some thinking to still do around the model, but the quality is really good, and they have got there's almost as many games, if not as many games now, as Xbox Cloud Gaming have that are cloud enabled. I think Xbox talk about 1,000. I know the last time I looked with PS Now, it was 900 and something. So but they go back. A lot of them are legacy games. There's nothing new. That's to say within the last few months, but they're all coming. Talking of which, we've got some new games for December. So the way that it works with PS Now is that they announce their December games the first Monday of every month. So that will be this coming Monday, which I think is the 6th. And the games that that we know are coming, there will be more, but the two that have been absolutely confirmed are Final Fantasy X and GTA 3 Remastered. So that'll be interesting to see, because we recently saw GTA 2, didn't we, come out across all platforms?
GTA 2.
No.
What was it? What was San Andreas?
Andreas. I've lost count of those, but
or is that 3? Is that 3?
Yeah.
If that's 3, then this is a fairly new title as the remastered version. In any case,
right? Yeah.
Last month we had the Mafia trilogy, the remastered Mafia trilogy. That's relatively new, still yet to come to Stadia. So it feels like they're getting closer and closer with timelines. Celeste, that's it again. These are within a year. Right. So definitely they're the way these guys work, as we know as well with Sony, is they're kind of quiet until they're ready. Whereas everybody else, maybe with the exception of Google, like to go out and start teasing, and they'll drip feed stuff in and so on. So it feels like there's more going on, when in actuality, I think, there's still there's lots of surprises yet to come.
Yeah.
Anthony says San Andreas was the 4th one. There you go. So the 3rd one.
Yeah, went 1, 2, 3, San Andreas, and Vice City.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I guess the problem with PlayStation is, so you need a cloud gaming partner. Obviously, Microsoft are themselves.
Yeah.
So they can literally put Xbox One Series X's in their server. Right? It's their server. They can just do that. But PlayStation, like the beauty that Xbox have in PlayStation, is that they don't have to convert the games. But that's only true if PlayStation can actually put PlayStation 5's blades, actual PlayStation 5's, in the server. And I wonder whether that process, the logistics of that, it would take much longer if you're partnering with somebody, because you're going to have to set that all up.
Interesting. Yeah,
whereas with Xbox, it's like, well, it's it's part of
it's theirs.
Microsoft Azure, so they can say it's easily to instigate. They can install all those, and then you don't have to convert the games, port the games, or anything like that, because they're literally playing off Xbox Series. Xbox
it's a good
One.
shout. It's a good shout.
Whereas PlayStation have to put all those actual PlayStation blades in a server somewhere.
And the chips are, we know the chips are, they're thin on the ground. They still aren't meeting all the orders for PS5.
And if you were going to build it out, you're not going to put in PlayStation 4s.
Right.
If you were seriously trying to be a bit more future proof, you're going to you ideally want to start with PS5.
I think they are using PS4s, aren't they?
Well,
but I just think if you wanted to build it out, if you want to build it out, you'd want to, like Xbox have done, put in Xbox One Series X blades. You'd want to put in PS5 blades.
Yeah.
And what with the chip issue,
they're
having problems getting actual PlayStation 5s out, shipped to everyone. So having to then build an infrastructure with those. Yeah, it's just a theory.
Yeah,
but
no, it's a good one. I mean, the point that Kumnar makes is a good one. Of course, what GeForce are having to do is limit the amount of subscriptions to that tier, because there are a finite amount of those subs. I'm sure their plan is to roll out as many as they can possibly do, but there is still a limit.
Yeah.
And that's obviously going to be exacerbated now with the coming of the Omicron variety of COVID. So, we could very well see these peaks and troughs over the next 3 or 4 years. So, it may well be that they're feverishly looking as we speak at whole new logistical ways to get these chips made and into the hands of consumers. So hopefully that's gonna even itself out. But yeah, it's a very good point. Very good point.
We got at the port of Oakland, we got containers of merchandise just sitting at the docks.
Yeah. I've seen that. Yeah, just queuing up. Like just floating around, burning diesel.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, we have cleaned out the news for today. We've covered all the platforms that we can cover in our finite show. It's been a great show. Hope you enjoyed it as well, folks watching. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat. Let's have a quick run around, as we always do. It's the tradition in these things. Find out what everybody's up to for the rest of the week, starting with Ray.
Well, tonight, guys, 10 p.m. Pacific time, 6 a.m. UK time, 1 a.m. Eastern time. I'll be on Ray3473 Twitch TV streaming Modar Shell on Luna,
which is mortal shell to everybody else, isn't it? Unless you found the one that has the kind of Wreckfest built-in mode, so you get your engines running, keep your motor running. John, what the dickens are you up to this week?
What the dickens I'm up to? Well, I'll definitely be streaming Wreckfest tomorrow. I can't wait for that. That's awesome.
How many players can play? 24, do you say?
I think it's 24. Yeah, up to 24 there. So that's going to be fun. Transformers for sure. Farming Simulator 22. I'll be streaming that. I wanted to play it before I went into the stream, so I went through some tutorials and talked with a couple of friends that are like the game, and I think I've got a handle of it. And Farming Simulator 22, it's cross-platform multiplayer too, so that's awesome. And we already know
Stadia top as well, didn't you?
Yeah,
Stadia
exactly.
hoodie.
Yeah. Yeah, the Stadia hoodie, which I'm still jealous of Clive's exclusive Stadia hoodie that he got when they were coming around previewing Stadia before launch. They never came to Canada, so never had a chance.
Heck of anybody's 360. Look at that.
Yeah. And just having fun. And then Friday, of course, with Ninja Guy X. We do it every Friday, Stadium Connect North. So just having a fun old time this week.
Good stuff. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for joining us as always. And Lord Kensal, Mr. Clive.
Yeah, well, Lord Kensal will be streaming later tonight, 9 p.m. UK time. I don't know what he's planning to stream, but he'll be streaming something. So hopefully that'll be good. And of course, I'll be on the Cloudburst at the weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Shout out Cloud Nation.
And Cloud Nation. See, Ray's got so many, he forgets them.
Dr. Spaceman, I know.
Yeah, you need a secretary. You really do.
Retro Rewind.
Anyway, listen, it's Clive's bit. You've had your get back in your box.
You get back in your box.
Jeez, carry on, Clive.
Yeah, that's it. Cloudburst.
You covered.
And of course, next week, Stadium Monday Night Chat.
Brilliant stuff.
10 p.m. UK time.
Yes, as Clive and Ray have said, we're back on Saturday with Cloudburst. Actually, I'm not going to be, unfortunately, I can't make this Saturday, but Duncan is going to host it. So Duncan will be taking the role of Rokk in the play, in the stage presence. But as always, we'll have Clive, we'll have Ray, we'll have Lloyd, and we'll have Leo. So it's going to be a great show. Thank you. Please do join on Saturday. It's a great show. We've only got 3 left in this current season. And then we'll be back next Tuesday, of course, with the brand new Rokk review. Please leave a like. Please subscribe if you haven't been here before. And in actual fact, I've locked you out. So you can't leave a comment unless you subscribe, which I thought was cunning. So all of you that did subscribe and left a comment, thank you very much. And if you're interested at all in supporting my little channel, click the join button and you'll be more than welcome into Team Rock. And please go and subscribe to all these guys if you haven't already, because they are the toppermost as far as content goes in our cloud gaming community. Gentlemen, thank you so much as always. I love this show. I love having it. It's great to be back. Have a fantastic week. Have a brilliant December. And who knows, next time we might have to get some decks out, Clive, and sing songs and stuff. And
get some what out?
Get what out? Decks, mate.
Decks.
We're gonna get our decks out. Man.
Yeah, you got
decks out.
You're gonna get hard in Mortal Shell, and we're gonna get our decks out.
Tonight I'll be hitting that left trigger button, getting hard for 2 hours, guys. So come watch me.
Wow.
On that note, say goodbye, folks. Goodbye, folks.
Bye. See.